Hi,
No.
Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Hi, Justin. You
Go on,
walking?
Justin. Say the line. Wait, did
All
he just
right.
leave?
Yep.
He left alone.
Piece of shit. How
So,
dare
He always does.
who
He
would
stays
like?
out till the start and then leaves.
So, who would like to give a quick recap of last session?
Pat.
Well, if I remember correctly, we began last session at the gates. Or no, we were inside, weren't we?
No.
No,
No,
at the
no.
gate. Like you were approaching is where you started last session.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were approaching the gates, and Clara said, "Hey guys, stay where you are. I'll come and say hi to you all, and I'm gonna bring my mom and my brother." And so, met with her blood mother and blood brother, and her blood brother happened to be an ascended almost dragon, just like Kai almost is, but much further along. Invited in for dinner.
Oh, and don't
where
forget how Clara told her brother that you are also trying to ascend, and that he has a little dragon spirit with him. Because, that's a good thing to tell him.
yeah. So no secrets even before we meet.
Yep.
And we had the dinner Shrek 2.
Yep.
Where it was just tension all over the place. Clara is sitting there a la donkey.
Happy to be
yeah.
here.
Exactly. We all went to our respective chambers after that, and we met up with Clara's brother, whose name I am blanking on.
Formith.
Formith. I have this in, but
It's in my book.
shush, shush,
I'm watching this too.
shush. And Kai, in a attempt to show him how big and strong he is, stripped down to his undies and showed him his muscle flabs.
He's like,
And Formith is
"Let me
like,
be."
alright, well, maybe you're more of a fighter than you look.
Oh, we're not.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he was expecting me to grow. But then he's like, alright, last a few rounds, you will be honorable. And meanwhile, Clara is preparing the sleeping bags, pillow fort in the other room.
Totally oblivious to everything.
Yeah, and I think that's where we're going to be picking up. But just before we start, Lizzie, can you turn up your mic sensitivity just a tad? Pat was
Yeah.
cutting in and out, just
Right.
like a little bit at the end.
Oh, cool. That wasn't just me. Alright.
No,
Oh, yeah, no,
it was on them.
Her sensitivity was really low.
Because it's my headset.
Oh, that's fair.
So when Connor
What
and I are
about
in the
now?
same room.
Yeah,
And
no,
I-
this is better.
Yeah, I just, slid the bar all the way, not all the way to the left, but...
Alright, well,
Better be what I think it is.
Hey, this is delicious.
Are we doing Agni Kai music? This better be what that is.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, and it's
I
not.
am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
Somebody must pay.
I guess Elden Ring Dragon is also acceptable.
you see, now you've spoiled my halfway twist.
If they turn into a dragon that is about 13 times my size and I die approximately 57 times before getting a hit in, then it will be accurate.
I was waiting for the twist of Pat wins.
Yeah,
No,
we'll see about
the twist was that I was going to change the song halfway through to make it thematic, but now I'm just going to do it now.
It's just the record. It's just the fact what? Yeah, I don't think that was writing.
Alright, so... we did roll initiative last time, and we were going to start at the start of it. I believe everyone said that they were going to be waiting off to the side to see how this begins to play out. Escher, you are the first. What would you like to do?
Hold on. With the lighting, it's really hard to see. Which one is me?
You are the one on the right
You're over here.
most.
Actually, hold on. What's up here? Turn over.
Wait, is this a double fire? I was about to like, where did all the points go?
Alright, Kai. Formith has called the spirit of Daragaz back into him, as you call the spirit of Merolathia back into you, and readied his greatsword. What would you like to do? Now that you are buck-ass naked, and not very intimidating.
I am not buck-ass naked. I still have what looks probably like a diaper.
Okay. You know what? That is why you were not... That's why you got a nat 1 on the intimidation check. Because you stripped down, and instead of intimidating him, you look like you have bowel issues.
Alright, well, anyway, I'm going to do the movie scene of starting with what typically the losing guy always does, which is charge in and start slashing.
Oh, he's just going for it.
Uh-oh.
He said you could, if you can last a few rounds, I'm going to prove that I can.
That'll hit.
Right. Honestly, the fact that I hit on my first turn at all is better than I was hoping for.
I mean, you did roll a 20.
His AC is somewhere between 15 and 20. We know that now.
That can honestly be said about most things you've been fighting for the last
I was about to
20
say,
or so sessions.
Bounded accuracy, my guy. That's almost every monster.
Shush. I did it.
Yeah, so he kind of like levels his greatsword at you and tells you to try and last a few rounds, and you just immediately run up, you slash at him, and you like cut a gash into his arm. He's able to pull back before the second one, but as he's pulling back, you deck him right in the face, like as he's going past, and he grunts just a little bit, wipes a bit of blood off his face, and goes, "At least you have some fight." Gideon, are you joining?
I'm trying to.
I meant it's your turn. Are you joining the combat, or are you gonna continue observing?
Keep observing for now.
Yeah, I will say in-game, before this fight started, I would turn to everybody and say, "This one is mine."
Yeah.
Like, kind of saying, "Don't help me no matter how it goes." Out of game, I'm scared out of my mind.
Yeah, Kai seems like he's got it. It's like that scene in Half-Blood Prince where Dumbledore's like, "You gotta tell me to keep drinking, even if I tell you I don't want to keep drinking."
This is my fly you fools moment.
Well, you see as he kind of like wipes a bit of blood off of his face from where you struck him. He pulls back the greatsword and tries to bring it down onto you. And you are easily able to jump out of the way, dodging it. But as you do, you see as he kind of like reaches out his arm, and off of it, you see the kind of like spectral form of Daragaz as you saw before. But instead of as you do it, where like you kind of shape your hands into claws and can strike with those, you see as the claw like spectrally rises out of his arm and swipes at you.
Ah, shit. Alright.
And it's strange, like you feel as it cuts into your skin, but then the wound immediately cauterizes as the slash from it is consumed in a burst of heat and the wound is already just like leaving this nasty little scar on your arm. Fox, what would you like to do?
You know, I'm using my free once a day of Unseen Servant.
Oh,
Okay, what are you summoning your servant to do?
Well, I'm going to have it stand within 15 feet of Kai and do nothing yet.
All right. Yeah, so you just do a little bit of magic, and like everyone's kind of engrossed by this. They're not paying much attention, and next to you is just a little wisp of air as an unseen spectral creature forms next to you. Tavro, is there anything you'd like to do?
I move here. That's it.
You step into the unseen servant.
Oh, was that where you summoned it? My bad. I'll just back up.
I mean, it is unseen.
Oh no, it's
That's
over
true. Yeah, I
here.
try to move here.
It's fine. The unseen servant kind of just... It sees the large lumbering cow take a step towards it and just steps out of the way.
That's it.
Escher? We can also have this be, let's say, if you decide you want to do something, tell me. Until you say that, I'm just going to keep skipping between Kai and Formith. Does that work for everybody?
Best.
Yeah.
I probably just shouldn't have had any of you roll initiative until at that point, but that's okay. Kai,
Get it out of the way.
as
Alright.
you feel the singe of the claw against your skin, what would you like to do?
Attack. Bad. Attack. Better.
Good.
And something I should have probably done the first time, but you know what? I'll let him get a taste before I attempt it.
What's
I am going to
Stunning strike?
attempt Stunning Strike.
Yeah.
Fuck. Is it really only a 13? I guess that's fair. Also,
Isn't your wisdom like +2?
Yeah.
it's... Yeah.
So it would be 8 plus 5, which is 13. That's accurate.
Yep.
And
So, that was only 2 hits. So,
Punch.
punch. Fuck.
No.
You know what? I will take still doing 12 damage this turn anyway.
yeah, so you once again, like, jab this in, and you try to, like, pulse a little bit of your energy through the dagger as you hit to just slow his chi down a little bit and it cause him to seize up. But he's able to kind of, like, shake his head and wave it off. But as you do so, you see he is, like, he does have scales on his body. You see one on his forehead is glowing fairly brightly. And like it kind of like pulses a little bit as you try to stun him with your ki. You see as like it pulses and shines just a little bit brighter for a moment, and then goes back to just glowing like the rest of it. And then
Motherfucker.
he is going to once again try and strike you with his greatsword.
Yeah, that hurt.
Hey, it wasn't a crit, which is good.
That hurts.
That's
That
rough,
was
buddy.
near max damage, though.
It was near max damage. Oof.
At least it was a 19 and not a net 20.
Yeah, it was one off from being much worse.
Yes. That would have ended this fight right quick.
Yeah, that wouldn't have looked great for you.
Alright, next attack.
But
Fuck him.
he looks at you and he goes, You're gonna have to be a bit faster if you want to strike me again." And then you just hear him say, Daragaz! And instead of striking you again, you see as the great sword now kind of like after it slashed you through and is now the tip is just embedded in the stone on the floor as he starts to bring it back up. You see as it ignites in flame.
Question.
Yes.
Is that a spell?
It is not. It is activating a magic item.
Damn it.
But it is back to you, as that is all he does on his turn.
Alright. Gonna change up my strategy ever so slightly. Alright, it is between 16 and 20.
They're gonna fall, and I don't want you to latch into me. when
It is
you do.
between 16 and 18.
It's 17. Or it's 8.
Alright, so that's one hit.
Bubby, why are you like this?
Would you like to try and Stunning Strike again?
No, because I saw he was using magic against it. Instead, as a bonus action, I am going to dodge.
Oh, that's good.
That is fair.
Zach, on my turn, since it's before... Oh, actually, no, it's after Formith goes again. Never mind. Go ahead.
Well, you can say that, like, stop at you when it gets back to your turn order. Anybody can say that at any time, but until you say that, I'll keep skipping over you.
Yeah.
So I will stop at you, Tavro.
E.
Formith looks down at you again and just goes, try to hold on a little longer. And he is going to...
Oh boy.
does go with disadvantage.
It doesn't matter.
Boo, 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 boo.
Is a flaming sword a missile?
Oh,
And-
no.
Now, as the sword comes down on you, wreathed in flames, the flames are like burning away all of the hair on your body as you are just engulfed in them for a moment as it slashes through. Like, it leaves a pretty big gash in your side. And he just states, looks like you might not be worth bringing as an ally. I'll just have to
So
take
he-
your power then.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Can I do something after he says that?
You can use your reaction to that, sure. Because he does say it
No,
aloud.
on my action, which is next.
You can also do it at the end of his turn then, because he does get one more thing. And it is not that he's taking another attack, but rather... Kai... I don't know why that didn't work. Should have gone off. There we go.
What did he do?
I don't know.
Kai,
I
you
have-
feel as a burst of ki washes into your body.
He's stunning striking me. Oh, oh god, a lot rides on. Hold on, I need to check real quick. Have we gotten inspiration at any point in this campaign? I don't think we
Yes. I forget to give it out a lot, but yes, you can gain inspiration.
I did not click yet, and it said I succeeded. I'm gonna click it now, and I hate to say ignore the 20.
So it's because it takes a sec. I said it where it like goes on a delay. So what happened was because you didn't click it yet, it timed out and auto rolled for you. You did get a 20. That is a valid
Okay.
20.
I'll just press X then. I guess I won't use my free advantage to roll a 20 instead.
Are you asking if you have inspiration right now?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm asking, is if I was trying to see if I was misremembering if at any point in this campaign we got inspiration from something.
You probably did. The thing is, inspiration tends to be a bit of a metagamey feature where it disappears between sessions.
Okay,
That's
see,
up to the DM.
You know what?
Yeah,
Yes,
I will say-
campaign.
I will say everybody...
had inspiration for like 4 years.
Fuck it. Everybody starting now has 1 point of inspiration, including Kai. Because it's been like 2 years that we've been playing. Everybody gets 1, and then it will refresh. I will try to be better about remembering it in the future.
Everybody gets 1.
Everybody gets
Yeah,
1
no,
right now.
Not knowing how the rules on that worked, I have always just saved inspiration for moments where I feel like it is actually life or death.
Fair.
No, wait.
But with the stunning strike failing, as you kind of like pulse your key back and you feel them like, you feel the energy between you two kind of like fight, and you're able to keep up your barriers and your constitution before he's able to break through your defenses. Fox, it is now your turn.
So, he just said he's gonna take it by force. Do I have consent?
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. You're
I
a free
think
man.
Kai's kind of enveloped in the battle. I don't think he can consent.
You heard what I said going into it. What you do after that is up to you.
Oh,
I'm
sorry, I
not
didn't
paying
mean to make
attention
Tom move.
anybody behind me.
What's wrong with you?
As the cow just teleports.
Kavro, are we stopping this?
I feel like we should.
That's my answer. No. I'll look over because our turns are one after another. So Tavro will look over at Fox and just say, he's forgetting that if Kai is alive, then we can help too.
Wait, what?
All right, I worded that way. He's forgetting that if he leaves Kai alive, then fuck words. What was the dragon that they wanted to murder?
Niv Mizzet.
That. Formith is forgetting that if Kai is alive, then we can potentially help him. But if he kills Kai, then we will destroy him.
Correct assumption, or correct assertion, as 5, 10, 15,
Yeah, baby.
20. Unfortunately, his life and powers are not yours to take.
Oh shit.
Yeah, look at those spirits.
Yeah, them
Actually,
spirits.
That
Oh,
is
those are
quite the default
spirits.
spell effect. Jesus.
That is much noisier than I thought. Okay.
The spirits come out and just start screaming bloody hell.
The strobe lights are a little excessive. I feel like just the spirits are, are enough. Damn.
Yeah, holy light just starts bursting out.
I'm
Oh
not
god, I
making
had to make a
this
wisdom saving throw.
because I did not target myself.
Did you target me?
No.
So
I
Kill him, kill him.
wait, I thought Spirit Guardians was a healing thing.
No,
No.
No.
Connor stepping in
You
is gonna get
wish.
Kai even more.
I'm forgetting what it is. So he did fail
that
his
there
saving
was
throw. Oh,
It's
oh, you killed Kai.
So
Yeah, you
the
did.
thing is, I think it just targeted everyone. It's
Yeah, it did.
people I choose, and I did have him selected. So
All right, so I'm gonna undo that for the 3 allies who took damage.
See.
targets anyone of my choice. So Fox just sort of like saunters up and says, "No, this soul is not for your taking," snaps, and then a bunch of spirits start circling and hounding at this guy.
All right, yeah. So you see as like all of these indentured spirits from the reserves of the Orzhov are summoned forward to just swarm around Formith and strike him. So it's just damage and his speed is halved, right?
Yeah, and it repeats at the start of his turn.
Okay. Is that all for you?
Yes.
Tavro.
Ooh. I was thinking of just like casting fairy fire on the fucking dude, but you went and did that, so.
I guess does it get big time?
I'm gonna try and smack Formith with my spear. I will reckless attack. Nice.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll very much hit.
Alrighty. So that hit, and so because that hit, I haven't done this in a long time. I'm
Right.
going to hammering horns and attempt to push him back 10 feet.
All right. Yeah. Fox, also, this is like killing my computer. I'm just gonna get rid of Spirit
Yeah.
Guardians on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's
Yeah.
Give me
I can feel my
1
computer
second.
heating up.
Give me 1 second.
I really hope he's like, you all shouldn't have done that, and then just fucking destroy. And then Clara can live happily ever after. Give me a number.
Fuck.
Sorry, a package just got delivered in case he went a little crazy. Alright, is this still killing people's computers? Because that's a lot more reasonable for me, with only one.
Better.
I think it's
I mean,
fine.
my computer's plugged in, so it doesn't really matter to me.
But since that didn't work, instead of using my second attack, I'm gonna try and shove him.
Alright.
Hey.
So he has to make an athletics or acrobatics, right? Or is it a strength save?
Athletics or acrobatics, I think. Be shoved.
It is.
Stop thinking. You were a fool to leave it be.
That is going to be a 13. As
Push him 5 feet back, baby.
he is pushed 5 feet back, and I'm actually gonna give him a little dex save as he begins to stumble into the little moat around the altar. Let's see if he manages to stay up. And you see as he falls prone, as his back foot kind of like steps into the like water around the the altar back here, he falls backwards prone, and as soon as his sword touches the water, you see as it starts to boil and singe, and then after a moment, the flames on the sword go out.
Yeah, fuck you. And then I'm gonna move up another 5 feet and just get right in front of him and be like, "You're forgetting that Kai's worth isn't just his own," and that's it. Also, Kai, you're prone, and I think it's because you got murdered by Connor.
Oh yeah, you should
I'm
not be
supposed to
prone.
prone.
No.
Let me fix that on you.
I can get rid of that myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, just.
All right, Escher, are you going to be participating?
Give me a roller tool. Oh, that's right, I can do that.
He is
Well, I
prone
don't.
if you want to put your germs on him.
I don't, because I don't think our host would like that, and I think we just did something we're not supposed to do. However, I'm a doctor, and it's in my best interest to keep everybody alive. And taking Kai's power seems to be the antithesis of that. So, let's do this, and this. Center that on myself. I don't know why it's targeting people with that.
Ooh.
No,
Miasma.
do not target everybody with that. Just target Kai with that. And as my bonus action, I'm gonna use it to heal Kai. So hopefully, this rolls properly. There you go. So he gets 8 health back.
It only updated Kai. Cool.
And I'm just gonna kind of I will just keep that up. I'll just kind of focus on concentrating on that as I just kind of spread out, and I have my colony kind of just mending any wounds that are gonna form on people.
All right. Yeah. So like this air of what most people would immediately consider an air of filth or sickness starts coming around, and Kai, you felt this once or twice before as Escher has performed some healing on you, but you just feel as like your body gets invaded by this bacterium that begins to mend the scars that you've already been sustaining during this fight. And that will bring us to you. What would you like to do?
I will turn around to Escher and say thank you, and I will sheath my dagger and walk up next to Tavro and extend an arm out to Formith and say, I think we both know that one-on-one, I am no match for where you are in your ascension, but join us and together we can provide the power far greater than anything you could imagine by just absorbing mine. See what we can do for you. Come with us, we can destroy Niv Mizzet.
Oh, so you're gonna have to explain that.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
That's big talk for a -1 charisma, man.
I literally put myself on mute while it was Escher's turn and said, I'm going to do something that my character is very bad at on my turn.
We have inspiration. Do it.
You have, well, he already has
I already
advantage
have
on the roll.
inspiration. Well, I'm glad I had inspiration, but it's still not great.
We're not playing 1 D&D rules, we're playing D&D 5e rules, which means inspiration lets you re-roll it, so you can do it with advantage again.
Is that how it works? Because
That's
Are
how-
you sure you want me
That-
to actually succeed on this? This is your rule.
This is how I'm going to... Inspiration is going to be rare. Everybody gets their 1 now. It is not going to be super easy to get more of. This is how I'm going to rule it for the rest of the campaign. You take a roll, and you get to re-roll it with whatever modifiers are already on it. If you had disadvantage, you're also re-rolling with disadvantage again.
Yeah, I like it. It makes it more suspenseful.
Okay. I really believe in this action.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
With a 16, he looks up at you, and you see as the, like, spectral form of Daragaz forms on his body and, like, leaps at you. Mouth open, flame beginning to form. And then you see as Formith reaches up, grabs the spectral dragon, and pulls it back into his body. Then reaches up his other hand and takes yours.
And I will pull him to his feet.
Now suck his cock.
I mean, I'm already mostly there.
Lord.
Today we learned Kai's a bottom.
You
I
know
got
what?
plenty of spectral
Normally,
hands to help.
Normally, I don't want to give too much
We got
metagame
spirit
information
guardians that
away,
give lots of-
but I will let you know the consequence of that action. If you decide to try and suck his dick right now, he will kill you.
I hope you all heard Connor at least say, we got lots of guardians in the room, and then he made a jacking off motion. And I was just appalled.
Come on,
Obviously.
Dominoes.
Okay, I am sorry, stream, for all the no one who watches.
Oh, I forgot.
Sorry, Justin.
You ruined Justin's night.
We are not sucking Formith's cock.
Come on, guys, we
Forgive
gotta
me
get
our
to
millions
circle.
of fans.
Alright, Zach, I'm sorry, you're also not getting monetized for any of this.
Yeah. No, it's been longer than 15 seconds. You can get away with it.
Yeah, we
But,
also haven't had, like, a single episode without a problematic sex joke and a shit ton of cursing, so...
Sorry.
Pat's getting
And-
cancelled.
I can actually only remember because it was towards the end of the episode. I thought that we were doing good. I thought that we might actually get one episode that could potentially be monetized. And then Tavro said some really problematic things about the Inuit people.
What can I say? I
Don't say.
I don't think Tavro knows what they are.
Well, I'm saying Tavro so that I don't, dox an actual person.
Dox him. Dox him. Dox him.
Justin, are you fucking listening?
I'm very racist.
He's watching your fucking
Bullshit.
stream!
Oh no, he always watches these live.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, Justin?
I have so many questions.
Jesus,
So, what?
this is such a fucking
Okay.
unhinged session.
Alright, let's get back to the moment that I think is actually kind of wholesome.
Wait, are we out of initiative?
We
then?
are going to be out of combat order unless any of you want to strike Formith as Kai pulls him up.
Strike him down!
Oh yeah, Kai says, take my hand, together we shall rule the galaxy.
Oh, I'm sorry, my turn wasn't over. I'm going to sucker punch him.
I mean, if you'd like to do that, you can.
Not using your extra action to
No, obviously I am not.
Alright, in that case, I am
an
going
object
to
track.
take us out of initiative order. And as you pull him up, he kind of like steps out of the steps out of this little moat area, and he goes,
Wait, why can't I?
Here, I'll step 5 feet back so he can move into my space
That's
as I pull him up.
yeah, you kind of like pull
Alright.
him up, and he moves to where you were, and he just kind of grumbles
Fucking
and he goes,
around thing.
"You have a lot to learn, but I'll admit,
I know that.
as a group, you have strength."
Like I said, I think we both know that I was no match for you in your current state versus my own. But I had to show you that I am willing to try.
Indeed. We'll get all of
But also,
you. Oh, go ahead.
But also, as you can see, when it comes down to a matter of life or death, all of us put together are able to get out of most situations. We've gotten out of worse than just fighting you.
Your sister exploded herself.
Which one?
The green one.
Which
Which
one?
one?
Oh shit. The little one.
Which? No.
So she does take after her older sister then.
If anything, Clara's probably one of the strongest among us. And I know for a fact that she would die for us. As we would for her.
No, let me do it first. No, it's not in this one. No.
Are you good?
I think he's trying to soundboard something.
Yeah, but it's not in this group. It's only in Nerdy Fucks.
What are you trying
He
to
put this one
soundboard?
fiendish for it. Oh.
Also, now I feel bad because Justin's just said he's in the comments, but I don't have the comments studio up on my streaming thing. And I don't really know how to put it... Oh, chat. There it is.
Vinny, are you asking if... Oh, you targeted me both of those times, didn't you?
Yeah, but so this is continuous healing, but Foundry's not good at that, so I'm just rolling it manually for now, because I have to recast the spell anytime I want to do the actual healing on it,
So,
and that's dumb.
the first 2d6, was that what
I've been applying it to you as it happens.
Oh, I'm
Kai.
so sorry.
Okay,
That's what I was
Pat,
trying to do.
are you full yet?
Oh, no.
Because I keep this up for like a minute, so
We can just say he gets to full because you're gonna have enough rounds to get him to full, even if you, like, roll minimum.
Hold on. I have it for 1 minute.
So you have 7 more rounds.
I want to
That is
make
a
sure.
minimum of 14 healing, right?
8?
Okay, now your minimum is more than his maximum. I can promise you that.
Is Kai at full health now?
Kai is now at full health.
I'm gonna start
Yes.
healing this fucker.
Ah, okay.
That makes sense.
That is
okay.
valid then.
How
What
many
did
more
you
do
do?
I have? I'm healing, what's his name?
So you have
Formith.
6 more rounds. So you can just do, like,
Pressure is healing Formith.
you could just
Yeah,
do
Formith, that's his name.
12d6.
Yeah, I'll do 10 more. Like, He heals that much.
Kai, I'm sorry you did not do 48 damage to him. Actually, wait. Yes, you did.
I don't know. You're pretty... Yeah. Like, with Tavro and Fox, yeah.
Yeah, 18 damage.
Yeah,
Because
so,
I
like, just-
did, like,
Yeah.
nearly 30-something myself.
You know what? Yeah, he is, like, patching up, and he just, like, gives you over a look, Escher, and he nods his head towards you. And he's almost completely patched up, but he is still, like, you see as it kind of fades, there is still some, like, patches of ooze where the wounds are still scabbing over and haven't quite finished healing. But he's, like, stretching out, and clearly he is mostly back to full. Then he goes, all of you will be useful allies in taking down the tyrant. Very well. And then he looks to you, Fox, and goes, I guess I should apologize that you won't be witnessing a soul extraction tonight.
As I would like to imagine the remains of the spirit guardians just coalescing around me, and I'll just say, a pity. Another time, perhaps.
Indeed. And he kind of goes to you all and goes, well, if that is all here, I believe it is time for you to have I believe she called it, slumber party.
It may seem trivial to you, but to her, it is everything.
Yesterday.
Formith, sir, you're still, bleeding a bit. Do you want me to try and stop that?
And he, like, looks down to... Actually, like, I'll say that the last thing that is still kind of, like, bleeding and open is that first kind of deck to the face that you gave him, Kai. I'll say that everything healed in reverse order. So, like, as you pointed out, he, like, just sticks his tongue out, like, feels a little bit of the blood going down his cheek, and then he drags a finger across it, and you see as the wound cauterizes itself.
I could do that a lot cleaner, but suit yourself.
Scars are not something to be feared.
I could leave one if you want.
It's all right.
Strange. All right.
But no, I understand. I may not understand it, but family is important, found or not. I would not call it trivial.
Damn, we in a Fast and Furious movie now.
And
Gideon's slumber party mode already.
I'm ready.
there will be much ahead of you all moving forward.
Switch back to more.
The mother will not allow you to leave without helping after our conversation. This will be the easiest fight you have in some time. You should prepare yourselves.
I would certainly hope so. Kai was the only one who was injured. It's rare that that happens in a fight.
Maybe since you've joined us.
I more meant it's rare that you're the only one that gets hurt.
Again, maybe after you joined us. Just metagaming, before you joined, I was the only martial character in this party.
Yeah, Gideon would only shoot a bow. Kai was literally the only frontliner for like 18 or so sessions.
Probably like a couple months.
Damn. What a good damage sponge.
I was shooting bows and stabbing stuff.
Monks are not supposed to be a damage sponge.
Dodge tank.
Yeah, but that's not how I played.
Not
just
how you
died
play.
a lot.
Just have dexterity.
Shush.
But yes, prepare yourselves for the days to come. Tomorrow's announcements, they will bring bloodshed, and they will bring a second war to the Rakdos.
Don't you all have enough of those? Is this really the time for that?
Yes, and yes.
Alright then, as long as we get what we came for.
And what is it you came for again?
The goblin.
That's another thing that might be hard to pry away from my mother.
Why is that?
She finally has all three of her children under one roof as of today. And you think it will be easy to take one away from her? The final key to her little puzzle that she's been scheming for decades? No. I'll help you plot against my mother. Get your goblin away. But that is in exchange for help in my crusade against the tyrant.
That sounds like quite an investment. Perhaps it's something we should all discuss.
He has my support.
Key to a puzzle. Care to share the exact nature of this scheme you speak of?
Please don't.
Political power. There is a great artifact. She wants it. Winning this war against her sister. With all 3 of her children. Will give her the opportunity to get it. Then there will be a new guild leader among the Rakdos. It's no secret what my mother seeks.
Hey, Escher, what's the artifact we're trying to get?
If only I knew. All of our... it's been rather vague up until this point. I'm here trying to figure that out.
That certainly would be a twist of fate, if we're all gunning for the same thing.
It would be, and that's usually why these kind of things we don't mention out loud, but I'll trust Fox's opinion on this one.
Well, if you don't even know the name of it, let's just assume that we're walking different paths for the moment.
I like that assumption.
Now, I believe Clara is waiting for you all. I'm sure she's had some of the guard cook up some pastries.
The guards do the cooking?
Pastries.
That's rather unusual. And also impressive.
All servants in the House of Hekara are guards, whether it be chef, janitor, or bellman.
Good for them expanding their horizons.
Anything else before you rejoin?
No, I can't speak for everybody, but I think we have quite a bit to discuss amongst ourselves for the time being.
Very well. And he leads you downstairs back to the kind of hallway where, like, the staircase up to this was surrounded by 4 guards. And he kind of, like, leads you back down and then over to the side. And Clara, you hear a rasp on the door.
She runs over excitedly and throws it open.
You see Formith. Sorry, I'm moving you all. It's going to take a second.
Oh, it happens.
You see Formith as you kind of open the door, rasping on it. And then surrounding him are the rest of your party members. Kai, is it safe to say you put your clothes back on before you came down?
Sorry, what was that?
Is it safe to say you put your clothes back on before coming down?
Yeah, I am back in my normal attire.
Dang.
Alright. In that case, honestly, you don't really notice anything off. Formith knocks on the door, opens it up. and your party is there, no worse for wear than when you left them.
I'm sorry, if I showed up half naked, was I going to notice something that was off?
No, Clara was going to notice that Kai stripped down in preparation for the slumber party.
Not that kind of party, dude.
Weird flex, but okay. Guys, what took you so long? Gosh, I got everything we need. I got all the pillows and the blankets, and the chefs are bringing the pastries, and we can watch any movie we want.
What's a movie?
Any what?
Oh yeah, they have these fancy moving picture things here.
Oh, do they
what?
now?
What?
Are you referring to illusion magic? Because yes, much of our party's capable of doing that.
What, Zach?
I was saying, oh, do they have those now?
Yeah, obviously. Oh, Formith, are you gonna join us too?
I have preparations before tomorrow. But you've chosen a good group to travel with.
Oh,
And
well, I'm really happy you like them. They're my bestest friends.
Didn't expect that one.
I believe we will all travel together in the near term. Mother will make sure of it. And with that, he stalks across the room, hall, opens up another door, and closes it behind him.
That's nice, dear.
But, yeah.
Well,
Clara has a room. You see kind of like 4 beds are made out, each with a small chest for belongings at the bottom.
Oh no!
There's like
all these pillows and blankets are on the floor in a giant pile, like right here.
There are
Like-
4 hastily dis-sheeted beds.
She took everything she could and threw it in a pile in the middle of the floor. Guys, okay, so look, everyone can lay here, and then we all look over here, and then we can talk about all of our deepest, darkest secrets. It's really fun.
No,
Me and Zarilla had a
no.
sleepover the other day, and I think we should be doing these all the time.
Aluminum is not.
Yes.
What was that?
What happened to you guys? Why are you all so weird?
Weird?
Weird.
I guess I can't really
We've
move.
been changed people since we last saw you, Clara.
Zach, can you give me permissions to move Kai's token?
I will just put him in the room.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave Lizzie her computer back.
Oh. Yeah, for today, let me give you permissions for Kai.
But yeah, she just is all excited and explains to you how slumber parties work.
And Kai will look at Clara and say, "That sounds absolutely lovely. Where should I lay?"
Oh, right there! And she points to basically right under Tavro's feet because he's standing in the middle of the pile.
Does it have to be there?
Well, you see, the closer you're together, the more fun it is.
Is there bedding that hasn't been on the floor, perchance?
Well, it wasn't until now.
We're like brothers, but closer.
Is there a way to get more, perhaps?
I mean, they could probably bring us more, but why do you need more? There's enough for all of us.
As Kai, like, very visibly uncomfortably lays down on the pile and says, "Can you see? This is the pinnacle of luxury."
He gets it, and she like jumps into the pile and like kind of like nests herself in.
Oh God.
Yeah, you've been healed physically. Everything is still sore, Kai.
Oh yeah, no, this is also just like I can't imagine, given the time period, that these sheets are all comfortable.
It is worth noting, they are probably the most luxurious sheets you've ever, like, felt.
Okay,
but they are
fine.
still in a pile on the floor. They are lumpy. They are on a hardwood floor. Clara did not realize that you're supposed to put pillows under them. They are very nice sheets. That does not make them comfortable right now.
So guys, what do you think about Mama Hekara and my brother? I know you haven't gotten to meet my sister yet, but one day you'll get to meet her, and she's really cool too. Aren't they awesome?
Clara, you trust them?
Well, why wouldn't I? I mean, she's my mother. She looks out for me. And she taught me lots of cool things.
Like what?
Yes, that is something I wish to get into farther, but I think it is worth noting that Clara's right. Perhaps we should all discuss what we think of our new hosts.
Wait, Mr. Gideon, do you not remember my new powers?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I didn't realize that's what you were referring to. If there are any other deep, dark secrets of things that your mother shared with you, maybe we should talk about those now.
Oh yeah, this is where we get into the secrets part of the night. I like the way you think.
Well, Gideon, you said it first.
But wait, you gotta come in the pile first. Come on, that's the whole point.
Yes.
Fox would like to use the unseen servant that has been following him around and use it as like half of a seat.
You all see as, like, Fox, it looks like he's doing, like, wall sits. But he's not straining at all. He's just there. And then, how much can an unseen servant carry?
I have no idea.
I don't think it's more like
My guess is
15.
that after about 5 to 6 seconds, you see as he's just lounging, and then collapses onto the floor.
It actually doesn't say.
Calisthenics, I assure you, it's all part of the process.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna look up the spell, because there's a decent chance it might just be able to do that.
It doesn't have a weight limit.
Okay,
This is
then.
the closest thing I could find.
It has a strength of 2.
Oh, yeah, I guess there is that.
You can lift or carry 15 times your weight limit. I will say this is more of a drag, since he's not lifting, it's more of just... So, 30 times the strength, so 60 pounds.
I'd wager that this is pretty much lifting. I would say this is not a drag.
I'm trying to give him something, but you're wearing chainmail. You are a full, like, human being. You are more than 60 pounds, with all the stuff that you have on you. And after a few moments, you just, like, you all hear, it's strange. You hear a crunch before he hits the ground. And then just a little... As Fox, your unseen servant disappears from under you.
Oh, does that kill it?
Well, anyway, back to these secrets.
If it drops to 0 hit points, the spell ends. It has 1 hit point. Getting crushed is at least 1 damage.
Yeah, alright.
So what have you guys been doing these last 3 days?
Well, we killed you a couple of times. Thank you.
But
But
you would kill something that looks like me?
when we learned it was a fake,
Okay. Okay, they're really leaving things out here.
Would you like to read my notes?
We killed something that looks like you so that we could get here to you.
Well, that's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Indeed. So imagine you're getting married. But on the day you get married, you decide to have an outdoor wedding, and it starts pouring rain. It was like that.
Oh, okay, Mr. Kai. Yep.
It's like imagine you've paid for a train ride to a destination that you need to get to, and then when the conductor gets on, he's like, "Yeah, I'll take you there for free."
That's good.
Yeah, but you've already paid.
It's like
Okay.
it's like when your goblin friend invites you to dinner to their parents, and their parents are a bunch of humans, and then you go rescue her, and she's at another set of parents, and she was captured because she was trying to find her other set of parents,
Yeah,
and her other set of parents are now trying to love bomb her into loving them.
I do have lots of parents. I will admit that
It
one.
is ironic, exactly like that.
But isn't it cool that Mom Hekara's throwing a big party because I'm home? I'm pretty important.
Do you have any other parents that we should know about besides the ones we've already met?
Now that we've just been over this, I would like to note, I'm pretty sure Clara has more parents than most D&D parties have collectively.
I think that might have been the case before this situation. So, because she had 2.
Yeah, considering Kai was taken from birth.
Damn,
Technically, I
can't
have parents.
I had a
Gideon doesn't know.
perfectly healthy and normal upbringing.
You did?
Yup.
And you ended up like that?
Yeah. Ashley's just smart. He had a great. His parents were awesome. He had no tragic backstory here. He had a great life.
Yeah, I mean, Fox's parents are dead, but that's just because, like, they work for the Orzhov. He still hangs out with them.
Yeah, I can go see my parents anytime I really feel like it.
You want to know what my sister did? She turned her dad into a potted plant. Isn't that funny?
Clara, can
Go on.
you do that too now?
Not exactly. I think that's from her other set of skills. You know, kind of like I make my explosions.
Oh, Clara, your new set of skills. Does it, can you explain it a bit? I picked up a book of... Oh, wait, sorry, you can't read. Never mind.
Well, you see, as far as I understand, is it's inside of me, and if I can just try to channel my inner being as much as possible, that I can cast certain things, like I showed you before.
And this is with that blood magic, correct?
Yep.
Has your family mentioned anything about its capabilities, what it could be used for?
Well, I mean, it's magic, so I assume magic things. Gosh, I sure thought you were the smart one.
Oh, Lord. I forgot what the real one was like. Alright. There's lots of kinds of magic. As you've seen myself and Fox both use it to various effects. God, how do I word this? What specific effects could you conjure with this new ability? What is it? A raw access to magic, or are you able to refine it more into something specific, like, say, healing?
Well, I've learned a few things so far. Most of them, though, you know, because I like to make explosions. I kind of ended up using my magic to kind of do more of that.
Oh dear, I was afraid you'd say that.
But I'm sure if I maybe tried a little harder, maybe one day. But I don't know. I'm not very good at it yet. It's only been like 2 days. But I can do this, and she squints really hard and then opens her eyes, and now they're purple.
Oh, and does that does that help you in any way?
I don't know, but it's really cool.
I'm a turkey.
Oh,
It's buddy.
I suppose that's a start.
Okay, so everyone, I'm gonna put on my new favorite movie, and then we can all watch it together and eat pastries, and then have a big party tomorrow.
Put on a what?
And then she gestures to something and turns on a movie.
She says, I'm going to... No, here's what happens. She says, I'm going to put on a movie now, my favorite one, and she gestures at a bell on the wall. And as it rings, you see as a group of kobold servants walks in and says, what movie would you like tonight, miss?
What would Clara's favorite movie be? Oh, I want the one with the extra explosions.
And you see as
Any action movie.
you see as the three of them just look at each other, they all give a deep sigh, and they do a quick round of rock, paper, scissors. One of them loses, his eyes go wide, and then the other ones say, all right, miss, please stand out of the splash zone. As
Wait.
There were 4 kobolds the last time she watched this movie.
Where are these kobolds?
let me put them in for you.
Asher just runs up to them and goes, "Do you all get paid for your service?"
We have bound ourselves to Lady Hekara.
So is that a no?
We've been paid in power.
Would you like to be paid in gold?
And they look at each other, and the one who's about to get exploded goes, yeah?
I'll give each of you 1 gold piece to not do whatever you're about to do.
Mr. Asher, you're ruining the movie!
And they go,
He's right, Asher.
unfortunately, we cannot disobey orders from the lady of the house. And you see
Clara
as
can
one
have
of them...
one too if we pick a different one.
You see as they're slowly putting... The two on the side are slowly putting their hands up to the kobold's head, who's now in the middle. Are you doing anything to stop this? Other than offering them 1 gold each?
Are you sure this is what you want to watch?
Fine. We can watch the funny movie with the race cars.
What's a car?
I thought you were about to say the race cards.
And... Jesus
Kobold
Christ,
just says,
Pat.
I'm a kobold.
And you just see as, like, the one in the middle lets out a huge sigh of relief and says, oh, thank the gods. And then they, start setting up where, they say, we'll be right back, madam. And they, get, like, a small track, like those, like, wooden train tracks that you buy for kids, and they set up a, like, series of them and put little, like, carts on them, and you see as they're just rolling them around while making car noises on the track for you all.
Yay!
Incredible.
Asher's just slumped against the wall, breathing heavily.
And you actually do hear, Escher, telepathically into your mind, thank you, sir.
Oh, God, another one. Wait. Which one was that? Hold on, say that again.
Thank
He
you,
says
sir.
this, like, mentally. Oh, a new one.
And, like,
Hold on.
you can feel as it's the one who was going to be exploded.
So as they're going around with the car show, Clara just slowly fades and her eyes fall, and the next thing you know, she's like snoring
Oh,
on the floor.
well, that simplifies things for
I would
us.
like to take a moment to explore that in 2 days, Clara has gone from your, I wouldn't say average, but has gone from an 8-year-old child to a slaver who takes entertainment from having the slaves kill each other in front of her.
She really went native on the Rakdos, didn't she?
Yeah.
So she's asleep?
Yeah,
Clara?
I fell asleep.
So I think my voice hasn't been coming through for a while.
It has not.
No, you have not.
Fuck. I was like screaming when they're gonna blow up one.
Even then, I did not hear what you said.
Hey Patrick, you want to pass me that white thing there that's like right next to you?
Uh,
Yeah,
we still haven't gotten pastries.
sorry.
That's what you've been screaming this whole time.
Yes! Well, and also not to blow up the one.
I thought you'd be
Yeah,
fine at
otherwise
that if
it's
they didn't
only
bring the pastries yet.
related.
Bring the pastries.
Oh, but the one thing you did miss is that while they were, after we cleared them blowing them up and they started the race car things, I just went, you know, I've gotta say, I've been on a battlefield with Borborygmos himself, but this is the most fucked up shit I've ever seen.
So are all of you, he takes it and just like bows his head to you, and as Clara drifts off to sleep, they kind of start packing away the little wooden racetrack and take it out of the room. But before they go, esteemed guests, is there anything that we can do for you?
Pastries.
Is there anything I can do for you?
And they look at each other, and like the two of them that weren't about to be exploded kind of like shake their head at the one in the middle, and the one in the middle just says, "Let her know it does hurt even though we come back."
You come... duly noted. And he turns around. Did anybody else know they come back?
No.
All the thralls of Hekara come back. It's in their blood.
Oh, we did know that, actually.
Yeah, did we know that that's what they
Wait.
were?
No.
What do you mean it's in their blood?
I mean, they said they got paid with power. Which is what the thralls get.
What do you mean it's in their blood?
Just like Clara or Kranko or really any of them.
Perhaps there is one more thing I need.
I swear, Asher, if you come start drawing Clara's blood while she's asleep.
Do
that
you like?
prevent the
Do you call out to them before they're like completely gone?
The sacrificial one I will. The one that was
Sure.
gonna blow up.
And like as they're like about to go out the door, he just like turns around and, "Yes, sir."
As payment for your life, I suppose. Would I be able to get a sample of your blood?
If the esteemed guest would like a sample, and he just like holds out his arm.
Ah, yes, come here. And Asher just takes him by the hand and sits him down on the bed and starts pulling out medical equipment.
And its eyes go wide again, just as like when it was preparing to have its head blown off.
I will minimize how much damage this does, and I'll use the supplies in my healer's kit to draw like a vial of its blood as painlessly as I think I can.
Okay,
Since
yes.
we've been through enough.
You just like make a small incision, but over where you know a vein would be, so that it's able to draw out a vial's worth of blood. And like as you pack that up and like just bandage him up and like pack it with a little bit of your bacteria colony, he goes, "Less painful than I expected. Thank you, sir."
Well, I'm a doctor. I do my best. This ought to help me quite a bit, and I'm adding that in my inventory.
You can write down.
Look. I'm just putting cobalt blood. Is there
Actually,
better
I'm gonna whisper it to you.
Okay.
Because
Special.
yeah.
blood, cobalt blood.
One thing you note is the blood is like a pale white, like it's almost more of a pus, as if all of the red blood cells had been taken out of it, and they no longer have the red blood cells. It's like just the pus and T cells.
That's where oxygen goes. That's important.
Magic.
Does Clara's blood look like that now?
All right, Vinny, I think you should have just gotten a whisper.
Oh. Oh.
That is something that you'll need a medicine check to fully identify before you share with the party, but that's what you should put down in your inventory.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm doing over the course of this this break. But okay. Cool. Very cool. Cool. Excellent. Great. Awesome.
So
We still haven't
y'all
gotten
could sleep in Kara's big slumber party pile.
First, Tover's gonna eat a couple of the pastries he brought from home.
Can we say the pastries arrived?
Oh yeah, no, like the kobolds, when they came up, they brought like a decadent, like, you know those like old restaurants where they had like the dessert trays, where they have like a 3-tier rolling cart just covered in different desserts? They bring one of those with the movie.
Thank you.
It's worth noting, it's not as good as the pastries you got from Nakra.
Damn.
Fuck.
But they're good.
Jumps.
But the pastries you got from Nagra are like some of the best things you've ever tasted, Tavro.
I gotcha.
It's because he puts his special syrup in it.
It's
Don't say that.
Thank you for putting that together for me.
Don't say that.
Alright, so, if you would all like, you may gain the benefits of a long rest.
What? Oh,
Well,
well.
yeah.
Over the course of that long rest, though, now that, you know, Clara's asleep, I think there's something else we should discuss as a party.
Yes.
I think, and specifically about Kai, because I think, Kai, you seem to have made a friend today.
What about it?
Your new
Could be a
friend was
very. Go ahead.
You respond to that first. It might change my response.
He could be a very, very strong ally. There was no way in any of the hells that I was going to defeat him in combat.
And while you are correct, it would seem that your new friend is more keen on us being allies to him than he is an ally to us, if you know what I mean.
I do. However, I also... Let's just say, I've been dead. I'd rather not experience that again.
And I think I might currently be dead, potentially, but I have no reason to see you or any of us die again. However, I think it would be in our best interest to avoid getting wound up in whatever inter-guild conflicts the Rakdos have going on right now. There seems to be something larger at play that does not directly affect us yet, and it doesn't have to.
I think the fact that me and Formith are both here is acknowledgement enough that it is not an immediate threat. Though, at least to us, it is one that exists. I'm assuming you were referencing the comment I made about Niv Mizzet.
I'm referencing that it sounds like your new friend is trying to draft us into a war when we are already in service of another guild, if you have, in case you've forgotten.
Again, I haven't. But the dealings of the present do take priority. But I can't deny that the threat that I mentioned there, that he is trying to draft us to defeat, I can't deny that it is a threat nonetheless.
How severe of a threat? You seem to know more than you're letting on.
Sorry, before we continue, because this was put in the chat a minute ago and I didn't notice it. Fox, as you cast Detect Magic and kind of case out the room, you do feel lingering magic kind of surrounding you. And you feel little pings of various schools. A little bit of necromancy, and a little bit of divination.
Okay.
So if you would like to bring that up before you all just spoke about that, you can retcon that, because I just didn't see your message.
I will just explicitly say to everyone, assume everything you say is heard by the masters of the house.
I already have been.
Yeah. With that in mind, Kai is assuming that any goal of Formeth's is known to the house already. So...
So,
where are we?
allow me to reiterate. This other force that you claim is such a danger. I don't know if I speak for everybody here, but this is the first time I've heard about it. I would appreciate if you could elaborate on this threat so we could decide as a group whether it's worth interfering or not.
Now, I may be speaking on things that are not entirely even known to me yet, as Marilethia is still regaining her memories, but Niv Mizzet is a force that sought to obtain ultimate power over all living things, especially dragons. Dragons still exist on this plane, though not in the way they used to dominate it. That is thanks to Niv Mizzet, and it is a threat that still exists, even though it does not affect many of those who walk this plane right now.
Interesting. I remember reading the tales of the downfall of the dragons in school, but I always assumed they were just tales. With what I've seen you do, it seemed that might be more than I had thought. However, what makes you so sure that this supposed threat is still a threat?
To be completely honest, I'm going off the word of the spirit on my shoulders, who does not have her full memory back as of yet. But given that upon its mention, Formith had the same exact reaction that I was hoping he would, I don't think she's entirely wrong.
And everyone in the room can actually see it. She doesn't appear often to people other than Kai, but you do see the faint trace of a spectral drake on his shoulder, and you just hear a voice. Niv Mizzet means genocide. The other intelligent dragons were wiped out by him. They are hunted now as they revive. If Niv Mizzet feels any threat to his power, he eradicates it. And actually, with this, she turns towards you, Fox, and goes, and what you carry is a threat, just as much as I am. I don't remember why. And then she turns to Tavro, but you as well. Something's happening. This group seems to be collecting things that have not been uncovered in a long time. But the fact that they're all popping up at the same time, myself included, means something. Something that, even if I don't know why yet, I'm still working on regaining my faculties. Niv Mizzet will see as a threat, and will hunt you down for. And with that, she kind of like fades back away to where only Kai can see her.
Alright, hold on. I gotta think how I'm gonna word this.
Also, it's probably worth putting these lads back outside.
At this point, Clara turns over in her sleep and kind of like bats her eyes open and is like, "Wait, why aren't you guys sleeping? It's really late." And then she turns back over and like tries to go back
You
to
act
sleep.
like that doesn't happen in real life.
Bold words from the one that didn't even share any secrets. We're busy sharing secrets, God.
He's not wrong.
Okay. Since we probably all have a plethora of spells and abilities, how many modifiers to a saving throw can you guys add on to me?
Why?
I'm gonna make one.
I think he wants his book.
Okay. Why?
I'm a monk. I don't affect other people.
Me helping you depends on what you're doing.
I have been told and alluded to and referenced that the thing on my back is a danger to society and the fabric of space, and I can't read it. I want to consult someone that is a expert in old, Celestial, to try to decode what some of these words mean.
Let's see. And it
I
needs to.
don't
It's
have
a.
anything of
It's a
that sort.
save. It has to be a saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Ah, piss. It's not a. So it's a. It's not a Constitution check. It is a saving throw.
Oh, let me.
It is a Constitution saving throw,
Ah, piss. All right.
which will be a DC 11.
Man, all right. This spell is not nearly as useful as I would have thought. All right, hold on.
I did use it before we took the long rest.
Right, which is why it's DC 11. Using it counts as the one since your last rest. So it is always a minimum of 11.
The best I can do is give you a D4. I think with what I currently have.
A D4 would help. But since I don't need spells, I can also give myself advantage.
Pat, give him a bardic inspiration, please.
Yeah, please. I need it.
Oh yeah, let me just
Please.
One thing to note is
there's this random 11th level tiefling bard that just appears in the room.
one other thing to note just real fast is the with advantage, the bless still only rolls once.
Yeah, because that's his effect.
Yeah,
So,
the one
yeah,
the one
Connor.
d4 is just one addition at the end. You roll 2d20 and take the higher of that.
Connor, I will point out you can't use enhance ability. Because that's what I was asking about. It specifies Constitution checks, not Constitution saving throws.
Shit.
If it
That's what I was
doesn't
confused on
include
you.
saves, then yeah, it wouldn't work.
That's why I was needling you on the words, because that's what I was going to use, and I can't.
Yeah, you would just get the check and the 2d6 temp hit points.
Do I even have anything that would help here? I don't think I do. But
Probably just bless.
I don't have that.
Well, he can bless himself.
Yeah, if you do it on yourself, I can also give you an additional D4, so that's 2 D4 you'd be adding to it. Question. What happens if you fail?
I lose memories.
What are you trying to do?
And
My Google is just not working.
yeah,
My Google just doesn't work
Yeah,
anymore.
Google just like broke all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. It broke on my phone too.
It's up
Maybe-
to you. I think
service
It's
outage,
Bard,
but
Bard rewrote their source code.
yeah, it's lose a day of memory and gain a level of exhaustion.
It was like not showing results. Yeah.
Works
No,
for just
I
fine.
Google.
yeah.
I-
All right.
I-
Yeah, I think the best right now with everything I have prepared, the best I can offer you is that.
Usually there's results.
Yeah.
Info.
So, Connor, it's up to you if you want to add roll it. So basically, minimum with 2 D4s added on a flat D20 roll with no additional modifiers, you'd already have greater than a 50% chance of getting it. What's your con modifier?
1.
+1.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not great, but it helps. I mean, that still puts the odds in your favor. So, if you want to try it, go for it. But it's not my memories on the line. What exactly are you trying to get out of this, though? Like, what do you get if you pass?
It
I'll
treats
just-
it treats it as a nat 20 for whatever skill check he is researching, as well as allows him to borrow the memories of someone in the book who might have more knowledge, so it's as if they got a nat 20 with the max modifier.
For research. Wait, what research is he doing?
He's trying to see if... Fox, correct me if I misheard you, but I thought you were trying to see if someone could translate the dialect of Celestial that is on the scroll and bracelet you carry.
Yeah, basically teach me what that is saying and like about that dialect of Celestial.
I mean, okay, well, that could be valuable. So yeah, I can pop the D4 on you if you want. You gonna do it?
I'll do it.
Target you. Let me give you one of these. And yeah, I don't know if it automatically does it, but yeah, now you've got the D4 from me.
Alright. Connor, I am going to need you to tell me exactly what you're trying to do with it, just so that I give you the right answer.
I am going to pull it out along with the scroll. I'm just basically use it as I'm gonna try to figure out what this thing is saying and try to figure out how it sort of translates to normal Celestial.
Okay. Before you give the Constitution check, because that is at the end of this period, or saving throw, I guess, I am going to need you to pop into the other chat for a minute.
We're all in the same room.
Connor, I
I
apologize.
always
The
forget that. You know what? Fine. You can all stay in the same.
Connor's
Oh,
leaving.
wait, honey, wait! You got this.
Okay, I'm gonna hop in the other chat. We will be back in a moment.
Honey.
Hello.
Linda, listen. Linda. Linda.
Who the fuck is Linda?
You're not listening, Linda. Hold on. I have to plug in. I am here.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So you take out the scroll and the bracelet, and you kind of unravel the scroll, and as you do, you once again kind of just feel this oppressive presence that you felt twice before now. It doesn't contact you yet, but you do kind of just feel the presence in the room with you. And as you open the Book of the Dead, and you begin to glance back and forth between the two, the pages on the book begin to, rapidly flip. Front to back, to front, to back, to front, to back. And then it stops about 3/4 of the way through. And a name, which until now, you did not necessarily know. Like, there are thousands of pages in this book. You see one name fade in the same writing as that, the same kind of angular celestial dialect, and your vision goes kind of milky white for a few moments as you hear these strange dissonant whispers in your ear, and you feel as you kind of like lose control of your body and your hand reaches out to the scroll, and it's whispering in your ear throughout all of this, and you're tracing your fingers along the scroll, almost as if reading Braille, and you feel it's almost as if the ink is rising off the page, and you can feel it pressing against your fingers, and as you do, the whispers say this into your mind. As mortals, we are beholden to simple truths that govern our reality. By opening our minds to the mother of knowledge, we can be freed to experience all the weave has to offer, and no longer be limited by our mortal shells. May your mind be opened to the elder knowledge, and test yourself as one of the ascendant few. Be blessed by the mother of knowledge, Nephilim of the glint eye. Give yourself to her, and she will grant you all there was, is, and ever shall be known. The Nephilim walked this land before, and the land itself was formed. The Nephilim brought life to the barren wastes that were once soulless. The Nephilim brought knowledge to those things that were unknown. The Nephilim brought control to a weave of chaos. The Nephilim brought hunger to that which had no ambition. The Nephilim brought artifice to that which nature has stagnated. The Nephilim brought all, and the Nephilim will consume all. The Nephilim are all. And as you reach the end of the page, it kind of trails off, and in the same whispered voice, for just a moment into your head, you just hear, "There is no trick. There is no lie. This is simply all the knowledge that Ravnica has to offer." And with that, your vision begins to return to you. But the world no longer looks the same. You see, for a few moments, between the veil of reality and the ethereal, you see the spirits that you summon forth with your magic through the binding of the Orzhov. They are all around you. You realize that they are all around you at all times, and for the first time you can see them without calling them forth. You see how their true forms, the souls, are warped and twisted and deformed. Extra eyes growing where they should not be. Arms and limbs stretching off for feet longer than they should be, writhing into tentacles and hair and nails. You see, as you look outside, the presence that you felt, the voice that has commanded you in the past. You see a blinding light as the sigil of the eye from the bracelet beckons to you. And you get, 1 second. because I need to get you a picture that I'm about to send you directly.
Oh boy.
You see as your consciousness once again fades, and through the ethereal planes, through what you realize are the other planes that have been cut off from Ravnica since the forming of the Guild Pact thousands of years before, you see there's a single entity that is watching all of this, waiting in a strange, barren version of the world, one that you have never experienced before. And even though it has no mouth, even though it has no face that is discernible to recognize, you understand that deep inside it, with the knowledge that you've gained, it looks at you and it smiles. Your vision returns, your extra sight fades away, and the world around you begins to return to what it once was. Dull now without this extra vision that you've been granted, but with an understanding that there is so much to learn, and you found the way, the one that can teach you everything. And I think that's where we can hop back into the other chat.
Yep, yep.
Connor.
We were just talking about how scrolls are cool and stuff.
Yeah.
How they're cool?
Yeah, like cool, like cold, like made of ice. Every
Yeah,
piece of
pretty
paper
cool.
is made out of ice.
That's true. I've heard that.
Is Connor back in the room?
I am back in the room.
Okay,
There we
so
go.
now we're going to come back to this because this is what everybody sees. Connor does his flip through of the book, kind of like back and forth between what he's researching and the Book of the Dead that grants him memories of those who have come and died beforehand. And you see as it lands on a page, a name glows and fades away. And then, almost as if in a trance over the next few minutes, same as when he was poring over Krenko's notes, it's as if another creature has embodied him. And instead of looking over to read the scroll, he starts tracing his fingers along it, as if reading Braille. And the ink on the scroll comes up to meet his fingers. You see, he's not actually touching the scroll. It's just a few centimeters above, but the ink rises up and begins wrapping around his arm. And as he finishes reading the scroll, he is now branded with sigils in this strange ink that is going through the same kind of warped, angular, celestial script up and down his arms and coating his neck. And as he opens his eyes again, you see as in the center of his pupil is the symbol of a star.
Computer's choking.
Uh,
Connor, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Sir.
I don't like where this is going.
Okay, so we have to kill Fox. Got it.
And you're worried about my
Hey!
invisible front.
All right, Connor. You are able to retain your memories of what you've just learned, and you do not feel anything else fade into the background.
add my D4.
I will say that the
roll
nat
your
20
D4.
was
Roll
okay
your
without the
D4.
D4.
Add it.
You know, I am just curious to see if you got a max roll. Roll the D4. No, you're trash. You fail now. You got a 2 out of 11. So Fox dies.
What happened?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you see as the kind of like ink wraps around, now inlaid into his skin, and everybody can actually give a perception check,
I mean, I'm good at that.
Or sleeping.
other than the sleeping goblin.
Sleepy.
Can somebody roll? Oh, you have control. Okay, never mind. I got this.
Twinsies.
20 plus 5.
Gideon's
An
sleepy. He's
18.
not receptive.
An 18 will get you that while this is happening, obviously the ink is moving and writhing on his skin. But as he comes out of it and returns to himself, it's very faint. Almost impossible to tell if this is the normal movement of skin. But the letters still seem to be shifting. The ink still seems to, just a little bit, be moving on its own. Connor, one other thing. Even as you come out of this, you still feel the presence, even without any extra vision or anything.
Okay.
Did you just make a deal with something?
Of course he did. It's Fox.
He signed a contract. That contract just happens to be tattooed on his arm now.
Mez has literally never learned a thing in his life.
Yeah.
Fox won't, or not Fox, Kai won't say anything, but like, he'll give Fox a knowing glance.
Fox is just gonna like sort of like take a moment to himself and sort of like look over and be like, "Oh, what you looking at?"
Was your study successful?
Fox is just gonna look around at a couple random points in the room and then like sort of like refocus back onto you and just say, "I've learned a few things, yes."
Also, in the general chat, that is the symbol in his pupil now.
Oh.
I'm sorry, that was in his pupil?
In both
Oh,
of his
he's
pupils
Jewish?
now, there
It's the
is...
star.
He has the Star of
Oh my
David in his
God,
eyes.
Fox is Jewish. I knew it.
Well, you seem to have, Fox, you've enhanced yourself.
If Kai didn't already have fucked eyes, he would say something.
What are you saying?
No, realistically, it would probably just be more of a sigh and a... Alright then, go on. Do you want to tell us what you learned and what you've done? Because seemingly something has changed.
I looked into the void and it looked back.
Well, you've certainly picked an opportune time for that, now haven't you?
Indeed, I have. And it seems I've also seemed to have picked up a group of followers as well.
Holy shit.
Excuse me?
Let us just say I saw the dead all around us.
What?
Do you not normally?
I call them normally. They are souls just following us.
Lovely.
Any specific ones?
Only the ones that I've been using to cast powers, but
So is that different than normal?
yes.
You Orzhov confused me.
Breaking news.
You almost always must go and make things so complicated, mustn't you?
Breaking
I
news.
was gonna say that too.
It is worth noting that this is normally the time we wrap up, because that might be that's a pretty good place to call it a session with Fox
Yeah, we all
coming
go to
back to
sleep.
consciousness after absorbing the writing from the scroll.
Yeah, I just
Also-
think, we gotta figure out what the fuck we're about to do right now, because, like, what's
Yeah.
our plan? What are we doing?
I think
We're
that's
gonna
something
go to
we
the
can
party.
discuss next session.
Here,
It's something we can discuss in the Discord before next session.
Okay, because I do feel like, you know, it's the big bad guy has, or one of the big bad guys has just revealed to us that they're about to start their evil plan tomorrow, and we haven't mentioned that at all. So,
It's a
Didn't know-
party!
not you, the rest of us.
Real quick before people leave to go home. Fox just settled with Dominion for $787 million.
I did see that.
Wha- Oh yeah, yeah,
Defamation
Yeah, I
suit
got that.
against the
Yes.
voting machines.
yes, yeah.
Guess what? The people complaining about election fraud just settled for $800 million for doing election fraud. What?
Whoa!
I mean, they still won't admit that they did anything.
No, that's why they did this, because it was much cheaper and better on them to admit defamation than to let this go to trial and be convicted of election fraud.
Yeah.
I mean, there was always the defamation case, but
Yes, but it was